Hey everyone, in 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can design beautiful branded client portals for your clients and give them access, chat with them, add bookings, calendar invites into their calendar, and do a review process with them, go back and forth with reviews, comments, and approvals and all that. And you can also do a bunch of announcements and all kinds of good stuff with NinjaPipe Client Portals. It's only going to take you 10 minutes to set up, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. So this right here is the login page that your clients will see. Everything about this page is fully customizable, from the logo to the background to the button colors to the text that appears here. Everything can be customized. So here's what the CRM settings actually look like. So I'll show you how to get here. So in your CRM, in your NinjaPipe CRM, click the top right corner here, go to workspace settings, and you'll be here in the client portals branding. So in here, you'll see that everything on that client portal login and the client portal itself is customizable, from the text to the footer text to the theme, light, dark mode, logos and backgrounds. Everything is customizable, right? I'm going to show you now how to actually give access to one of your contacts to the client portal. So let's have a look at Victor here. So Victor here is one of my clients, let's assume, right? And it's a VIP client, and it's also a prospect who just converted into a client, right? Over here in the top right, you'll see something called Enable Portal. So if you actually click on that, you can give this guy, Victor, a password, and then basically enable portal. So right here, this is my demo account. I've just added a bunch of emails, my own emails actually, to test. And I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a password and then enable portal. When you do that, your client is going to get an invite to your portal with that temporary password you set for them. They can log in and change the password. So now you'll see that there's a verified mark here saying client portal is enabled, right? When you do that, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can add to their portal. So first, before I do any of that, I'm going to log in. I just got an invite to the client portal as well. Let's log into their portal. Right? I'm going to use that same password I used. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and copy their email, just my own email, by the way, just for testing purposes. I'll go ahead and add that, set my password, and sign in. When you do that, you'll see that this is the portal that I just gave myself access to. You'll notice that the logo can be customized. This is the custom logo I added. You can obviously change that in the settings as well. This is the announcements. This is the documents. This is the messages. You can have chat, ongoing chat with them. These are the meetings you've scheduled for them. And this is the review and approve process that I talked to you about. I'm going to show you how this works one by one. So in the dashboards, let's start with the announcements, right? If I head back to my CRM, any of your team members or you can actually create an announcement for this guy, Victor. So I'll click on that and say, welcome to our agency, right? I'm going to say, this is an exciting time for us. We are delighted, blah, 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 to invite you to, a second writing this. We are delighted to have you on board, right? Cool. You can add anything you like here, hit save. And now you'll notice that you can actually change the sort of the icons and stuff like that as well. I'll just add this. Type can be a normal, info, success, warning, priority, like depends on different types of announcements, right? I'll say this. And you can also click save here. And you'll notice something called visible on portal is hidden. The reason is until you're ready to share this announcement, you can actually put that in draft mode. You can come back to this announcement, make changes, and then click on this, and then it becomes visible. Now, if you actually head over to the dashboard in your client portal, your client will actually see this. As soon as they refresh, they come back to the dashboard, they'll see the new announcement up there, right? So this is pretty cool if you want to have like a little bulletin board where you can have all these announcements and things like that for your client as soon as they log in. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is documents. So in documents, in the same contact profile, there is something here called documents. If you click on that, you can actually upload your documents in here. I'm just going to go ahead and upload some sample documents. I'll click on this. You can actually, by the way, you can add Google Sheets or Google Drive links or any of that as well. Canva and all of that is also supported. I'm just going to go ahead and select some files. I'm going to add some of my logos as the client documents. That's all completely up to you. You can just add as many documents as you like. I'm just going to add a few more. There you go. And that's it. Now this is currently in private. right? It's because it's not shared to them yet. And this is a sort of like a security thing. We don't want to auto share everything. We want you to click share to purposely share the document with them, right? So this can be for different sorts of reasons, right? If you're in real estate, there can be contracts that are still going on, approvals that are still going on. So you can just share whenever you're ready by clicking on this and then click on share to portal. So, all right, I've shared this file with them. I'm gonna click and share this one as well. I'm not gonna share this one, just to demonstrate how the privacy feature works. If I go here, go to documents, you'll see that the 2 files that I shared with them show up on their dashboard. I can actually go back and remove that from the portal as well. Now, when you do that, that file goes away instantly. So because of that, you can actually take care of your files much better. If you don't want a certain file to show up on the portal anymore, you can quickly take that down. The next feature I'm going to showcase is the chat. So this is Victor, right? If I click on the chat feature in the bottom left, right? And if I go to clients, for example, I can hit plus and search for this guy. His name was Victor. So he's a client, so he's going to show up over here in the contacts tab. And if I click on Victor here, I can initiate a chat with Victor. Hi, Victor. Happy to connect. Jeez, I suck at typing. Happy to connect. Right? I'll just send that through. Now over here, and Victor's just going to get a message here. Click on that. Victor's going to see my message. By the way, these are my test accounts. Ryan Brooks is not a real person, not part of my team, just a fake person, just for demonstration purposes. Hi, Ryan. Good to connect. Man, I don't have any friends. I just talk to myself with the client portals. That's life. All right, go back here. As you can see, everything's shared over here. You can add reactions to be cute and all kinds of stuff. So you can add files and all of that stuff. It's pretty instant. It's real time. It works. It's beautiful. It's great for your clients and it's great for your company branding as well. Awesome. The next thing I'm going to showcase is the meetings. So for meetings, you can go back to Victor's account. Let's just get over there. Contacts, all contacts. Where was he? Victor. You've got options like events. You can create meetings with them. You can also do that from the calendar. If you go to calendar, you can actually create a new event. Say, for example, over here, I'll click on this. I can create a event for this contact. So, for example, I'll just go ahead and say onboarding call Victor, right? And I'll copy the same thing for the description because I'm lazy. And I'll say it's tomorrow at 11 a.m. And we'll do maybe the same thing for maybe 12, right? Finishes at 12, not a.m. It'll be p.m. And then it'll be in person or online. I can say online. And then I can actually generate a Google Meets link as well. This is if you've got your Google Calendar connected to NinjaPipe, you can do that instantly. You can say it's a pretty high priority event. You can also make it a team-wide, workspace-wide event, so all of your team members will see that in their calendar as well. You can now assign this to different people. So I'll say Victor. It's assigned to Victor, and I'll add that contact, create that event. Awesome. Now actually, if I go back to Victor's account, you see that it actually shows up in their timeline as well. Sorry, over here, right? So all of the detail has been ported over. So Victor's timeline is now updated. Not just that, I think I've already shared that with Victor. So if I go over to meetings, you'll see that Victor's meeting is over here. And I just realized I said March 18th. Today is the 21st of March. So this was a past meeting. You actually can do that as well. You can set past meetings for backlogging purposes. Like for example, you had a meeting last week, you want to track that, you can do that. That was a mistake on my part. That should have been in the future. So you can go ahead and do that as well. Awesome. So that's meetings. Now, review and approve is for agencies and teams who want to, for example, share artifacts with your clients. For example, if it's like a design team and you're going back and forth with logo designs, you can share that with your client and get their input, right? Here's how you can do that. So over here, there is something called content approval. If you don't see this button, it's because you haven't enabled client portals. So you got to go back to my first step and enable client portal for your client, right? Once you do that, you're going to see content approval button show up here. If you click on that, you can actually, for example, say approval for logo, right? I can say, hi, Victor, please see the attached logo for your approval. Cool. can save that. And this type can be media, link, document. You can share any kind of format. I'll say media, hit save. Again, the most important thing here is that everything is draft until it's not, right? You can decide when things are published, which gives you a lot more control over the content you share with your client, which is super essential for agencies and other businesses. So that's a good thing, right? So I'm gonna attach my logo, get Victor's approval. Hopefully he approves. I'll click on draft, apologies for the dad jokes, click pending review and click save. Now when you do that, the privacy actually changes to visible to your client on their portal and their team and your team. If you go back to the client portal, come back to review and approve, you see that there's an approval request waiting for Victor. So when Victor logs in, they'll see that there's a request waiting. Now Victor downloads this, Victor doesn't like it. Victor needs some changes. Victor can click on request changes and say, I really don't like this. You guys need to do it. I really hope you guys don't get a message like this. And then click save. Once done, Victor can comment on this, right? The good thing is, in here, you can actually see, if I were to come back here, you'll see that in the approvals tab, there is a new message waiting for me. Your team or you can go back here and actually say, no worries, Victor, there's a very interesting drama going on here. We can redo this, right? And send this. So Ryan just commented saying, hey, we'll redo this, don't worry. And come back here, that's already there as well. Now let's say you send out a new version of this, Victor likes it, Victor approves this. When you do that, that's awesome. Now Victor just approved your request. You can see that in the notifications as well, saying Victor approved your approval, and you can celebrate, right? So that's how easy it is to manage your contacts and their client portals within NinjaPipe. The next most important thing is you can take away access anytime. If you click on this drop down here, click on Manage Portal, you can revoke access. When you do that, instantly your client loses access to the client portals. This is great if there's a life cycle, and most agencies do, where your client works with you for a certain period of time, and then obviously the cycle ends and they exit. When they exit, you can do this, right? Or if you want to retain access to that client portal, you can continue to do that as well, and then manage the privacy individually for different content that you share with them. Like I said, this is a super simple and very elegant way to manage your agencies, because your clients need a branded experience, and this is how you give it to them, right? And then we actually have CNAME as well for client portals, so you can pretty much rebrand the NinjaPipe domain as well with your own domain. You can essentially strip away all NinjaPipe logo and everything but NinjaPipe that's attached to this client portal and make it your own thing. So when you do this, trust me, your clients will love the experience, because everything's so seamless. And there's a mobile app coming out for client portals as well, dedicated for client portals. So NinjaPipe is going to help you with the branding part of things, the experience with the clients. The clients are going to remember the experience working with you, because everything was seamless, everything in one place. It was easy for your team as well. So consider doing this for your agency if you have clients working with you. And yeah, that's how you design beautiful customer experiences and client portals with NinjaPipe. See you guys in the next video.